Hi folks, this is this little monkey that's giving me a bit of trouble off my old, well, say it's old, it's not that bad, 3.5 Mercury 4-stroke outboard engine. This is the carb off it, and I would say it's my fault partly because I've left fuel in the bowl and it's got crystallized. There's some stuff out now that you can buy. So what I'm going to do is strip this down for you. No, I am no marine mechanic. I just like doing my own stuff because it saves money. It's as simple as that. And the way the world's gone mad this time, I think it's the best thing to do. Right, so first of all, I'm going to take the bowl off. Okay, so that's just 2 screws on these. 1 and 2. I've had this carb together apart so many times, even down the coast, just to get it working. So what I've done, I've bought a new carb. Well, I say new carb. It was on Amazon, and I'll put the link in the description down below, because the ones we were looking at in the UK or America coming up with £169 or a bit more in dollars. And again, look, here we go. This is what's happening all the time. Okay, so I know for a fact then that this jet is now blocked again. You see that? I think that's the main jet. I'm saying I think. I'm pretty sure, but I'm going to say I think, because I don't want any grief. All right. And this is your float. And underneath here is a needle, so we're going to get that out. So to do that, there is a little pin here, and on the one end it's toothed, and you can just pull him out. You should be able to just pull him out, or sometimes you might have to just use a very small dot punch and just push him that way, and just push that through. You've got to be careful because you don't want to break anything. There we go. So that's the pin, and then this float will come off, and then with it you'll see a little needle, and you've got to make sure the float will come off and make sure that needle is clean, especially the end. It's a piece of rubber. Alright, and also when you take it apart, there's a little spring that holds it on here. Take that off. And in the end of this, there should be a little piston, and that should move freely, which it is. You see that? Can you see that? Yeah, see that? And that should move up and down freely. Wants a little bit of a clean, but it's not too bad. So put that to the side, put that to one side. Put them there. So now we're going to look at if we can get that jet out. Now, it's not just me, because I bought this second hand, so this jet's had a bit of stick. So you're going to need a flat-headed screwdriver for that. Okay, so with a good flat-headed screwdriver, and a decent one, okay? Just want to pop them in. It's a bit of a bunk. Oh, there we go. Now I'm going to show you that it might probably still be blocked. Well, it probably is blocked. Put that to one side. Now I don't think you're going to look down there, but we'll have a go. I'll give it a go and see if we can. You should see daylight. No, you're not going to see that. Ah, what a shame. Right, zoom out and we look at that. I don't think, can you see anything down there? Okay, let's have a clean and see what we can do. Okay, I'm going to try and put some background behind it. Now that's what you want to look at. Okay, that hole is now clear, and you can use a small piece of wire, a wire brush with just one of the tongs of the wire, or a very, very fine needle, and that's what you're looking for. I'm not saying this is the only problem, this is the main problem, but she won't tick over properly either now. So let's have a look at the other jet. Okay, so before we go on the other jet, you've got to make sure that is where the needle sits, and that needs to be clean, that needs to be cleaned out. Okay, and I just blown out that, and that's pretty clear. This could do with a sonic bath, because look at the grime, can you see it? Look it up there as well, so you need a bit of a sonic bath. Now up here, there's another jet, which is there, so we'll pop him out as well. I'm not too sure what that is. If someone knows, leave it in the description down below. It could be idle jet, or it could be just me saying a load of rubbish. So, but I'm going to take a good look around. I think my son-in-law's got a sonic bath. I might just let him have this and say, stick that in the bath for me, mate. Because I'm not throwing it away. It's a very expensive carburetor, in theory. Now, I have fitted a new carburetor to the engine, which I got cheap, 37 quid, which was brand new. It looked identical. Now, whether it's just a knockoff or whatever, I do not know, but we'll give that a test in the next video, and I'll show after this one, and we'll see if it works. Let's get this jet out. Just before we do that, I just tapped it, and before I did that, so this part fits in like so, and then your jet fits on top of that, and you've got to make sure those little holes are all clear as well. So it's a very small needle. Sorry about the zooming, but it is minute. So that needs to be cleaned as well. Make sure it goes in. It can only go in one way anyway. All right, let's have a look at this. I did just untighten it. On the other carb, it's got a jet here. I don't know what that does. I've not even looked yet, but let's see if it works. So this is another jet. That looks pretty clean to me. Oh, there we go. Let's have a look. You can always give it a bit of a blow and block these two holes up here. If you block them up with your thumb, there's 4 holes. That takes some doing. Let's try the other end. Well, just put your mouth over the whole thing. That's not very good. Hold on one sec then. It doesn't look like it's supposed to have a hole in the top. I wouldn't have thought so. But those are clear. So you just put your mouth over that bit and blow. You've got little jets at the side, look. Okay, now that wouldn't hurt giving that a bit of a clean. See that bit of green at the end? So that needs doing. So these pilot holes, I've just blown down that, and there's not much action going on down there, so I might give that a bit of a clean as well. Okay, yeah, I've just cleaned that. I've made a big difference. There is no hole on the other side, of course, but there is there going to these small jets there. So it's now cleaned. I just used a wire brush, just one of the little wire sticking out, and that was it. That's all I needed. Okay, so that was the main thing I was showing you, were the jets, the 2 main jets. This part, the floats, the needle on the float and everything. I'm not going to put it back together for the simple reason is I'm going to take it to my son-in-law's and get it a sonic bath. I might even look at pricing one up myself. See, look at that, it's very gunged up. The same with the I mean, that is disgusting. Now there is a fuel additive. I've got it now. I'll be using it. So these lot will be going in a sonic bath. I'll probably take the gasket off. Someone's going to say to me, why don't you just get a new jets for it and get a kit? Because the kit is 59 quid. The new carburetor only cost me 37 or 34. So it's a no-brainer. There we go. So quickly, really recap the main jet. That's clean, as you saw. Well, we're going to do it. You saw that. The bowl needs cleaning. I'm going to clean all this off. All these, the needle, wherever that's gone, the float chamber, everything else, all going to be cleaned off, put into a sonic bath, and then reassembled. Reassembly is quite straightforward. You put your main jet back in there, your main port back in there, then your jet to follow, and then your float chamber goes back on. It can only go on the way unless you took it off, which was like that, with your needle attached and the little spring over the top like that, and then put your pin through. Okay, that's it. Take care. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and a like. That would be great. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next one, where I'll be testing out the new carburetor. Otherwise, if it doesn't work, this will be going back on. All right, so hang fire if you were not too sure. This is just dropped off to me by my son-in-law. It's a GT professional ultrasonic cleaner. This is for the 3.5 horsepower 4-stroke carburetor, which keeps giving me stick. He said all you do, he bought me some white spirit, and what we did, he said put the temperature around about 60 and then put the timer on for 30 minutes, which is there, you'll see that there. So 30 minutes and 60 on the dial down below. About 60? Yeah, that's roughly. Yeah. Then you drop the water in. We've took the cage out. It does come with a cage. He says, up to you, but you've got bits in there anyway. You're going to have to let it cool down if you want the bits out, or you use a screwdriver, because it heats up like so. Let's get that off. It smells quite pleasant actually. And yeah, it causes, like you said, it's like a vibration, a sonic, I suppose it's sonic. And he said it works extremely well. Cleans the carb, looks like brand new. You can leave the plastics on, it doesn't seem to hurt them. I've got the float in there and everything else. If I need to, I know I've got the gasket you can see going around the bottom of the bulb base, the base. If that needs it, I'll get a gasket set anyway for that. I'm going to have a look now for a price. But that's it. I'm going to leave it for 30 minutes and then we'll come back and have a look. I'm impressed with that. I like it. Might get one. No, I don't need really, do I? He's got one. Why should I get one? Anyway, there you go. So, yeah, we'll come back in a bit and have a look. Especially that bottom bulb bit. Okay, that looks pretty clean. Needs a wipe probably with a cloth, but that looks like it's got all the crap which was around that gasket before, all gone. Alright, that's it. Thanks for watching, take care, catch you in the next one.